Hello, kids. Good day. How are you? Do you still remember our previous lesson in science? Oh, very good. It was about friction and gravity and how those two forces affect our daily life. Well, this time we will focus more on friction. Friction and its kinds. But before we go to the different kinds of friction, let us first review what friction is. Okay? So, what is friction? Let me read to you. Friction opposes motion. It causes an object that moves along a surface to slow down and eventually stop. Like for example, na kay bola nga ipaligid, sige ligid ang bola kay imong gi-exertan og force and then it comes to a stop. Nganong muhunong man siya? Kay naay friction between the ball and the surface nga giligiran sa ball. Naay nagpugong, so mao na nga mo stop siya eventually, especially if ang force nga imong gi-exert nahurot na. When you drop a coin and a feather at the same time, which do you think of the two objects would reach the ground faster? Well, of course, the coin. Why? Because it is heavier than the feather. There is this friction that slows down the movement of the feather. So, naay force nga nagpull sa coin o sa feather. Moto ang gravity, gibunlot sila. But then, naaman say force nga nagpugong para mo diretso siya katagak, which is friction in the air. Unya, ngano man ma'am nga ang coin, dili man maapektuhan sa friction, mo diretso magyapon siya. Kay mas bugat man siya, mas bugat man ang coin, dili makaagwanta niya ang friction sa air. Okay, what are the four kinds of friction? Static friction. What is static friction? This is the kind of friction or force that is present in objects that are in their steady position. For example, kanang mga coins nimo, imong gipang pile siya, nganong dili man siya mairog, nganong dili man siya maslide? Because of static friction between each coin, between the coin underneath, pinakailaw mga coin, ug sa imuhang table. Okay, what about when you stack books? Na kay mga libro gipang pile nimo, nganong dili man na siya mga tagak? Nganong di man na siya mulihok? That is because of static friction. Friction between the surfaces of the books and also of the lowest book nga nasa ilalom, friction between the surface of the table and the surface of the book. So static friction is very, very important to keep things steady. The next kind of friction, sliding friction. What is sliding friction? Sliding friction is also known as dry friction. It occurs when two objects rub against each other or slide against each other. From the word sliding, slide. So mao ni siya ang friction nga mo-occur kung naay two objects nga mag-rub against each other. Okay? Sliding friction is caused by chemical bonding between surfaces. So pananglitan, kung ang imuhang sawg danlog kaayo or very slippery, ang nahitabuan na is gamay ra ang friction. So ang imuhang table nga giirog unta, dali rang mulihok. Pero kung ang imuhang sawg is very, very rough, ang imong table gamay ra og lihok. When there is more friction, there is less movement. But when there is less friction, there is more movement. Next is rolling friction. What is rolling friction? When an object rolls, nara sa word nga rolls, no? Rolls over a surface, rolling friction is produced. That is why you can easily move the block of wood with less force kung butangan nimo siya og ligid. Or kung ato ang table, butangan nato siya ligid niya, ganahan nato siya irog-irogon, mas dali siyang ma-move. Nganuman, because of rolling friction. Ang rolling friction is less ra siya. So, gamay ra may matugsad didto sa imuhang surface. So, gamay rag friction, dali ang movement. Next is fluid friction. What is fluid friction? Ang katong first three, static, rolling, and sliding, these occur in dry or solid surfaces or solid materials. While our fluid friction, this occurs in the air or in the water, which is fluid. So for example, a swimmer nga nag-swim dito sa swimming pool. Unsa may nagpugong niya nga di siya kalihok, di siya kapaspas og swim. Nganong dili man siya mulihok rag iya-iya diha. Kailangan pa man siya nga mo kapay because of fluid friction. Okay? The same with a boat. So you need to paddle your boat in order for your boat to move. You have to exert effort, or kung di ka magpaddle, magamit kag makina para mulihok imuhang boat. Ngano man di siya mulihok iya-iya ra because there is this fluid friction that prevents it or slows its movement. The same with kanang parachute. Ngano man ambak sa parachuter gikan sa plane, di man siya britsog tugdon sa ground. Why does he have to float in the air? Because there is fluid friction. Iyaha untang movement no is going down because of the force of gravity, pero di siya kadretso og go down because there is air nga naga-stop niya from going very fast. There is fluid friction in the air. So what are the four kinds of friction? You have static friction, sliding friction, rolling friction, and the last one is fluid friction. Static occurs in objects that are in a steady position or in a stationary position. Sliding friction occurs in objects that are sliding or rubbing against each other. And then rolling friction occurs in objects that are rolling. And last one, fluid friction occurs in objects that are moving in the water or in the air. I hope that I made your lessons easier for you to understand. Okay? See you on my next video. God bless you. Bye.